tricks of the trade.
Oh, is that what we call it?
Cat's got my tongue.
That's all right. Anyway, so I said, the President of the United States stated that for all of you who don't make $250,000 a year or less, guess what? Your taxes aren't going to go up. The President of the United States on New Year's Eve, December 31st, 2011, said, well, although I have the power to unlawfully detain, torture, indefinitely detain, and never let you get in front of a judge whether you're guilty or not, I'm not going to use these powers. That scares the hell out of me. Especially that he had the chutzpah to actually publish that and sign his name to that treasonous document. That's why I say I think our founding forefathers are actually rolling in their graves.
Absolutely.
And, we have a lot of politicians right now, right here in Colorado. We are a central focus in a national campaign. We've got Rick Santorum in a building, along with one of the individuals who actually voted for this. That bothers me that every member of the media is not out there with a camera, a microphone, and a laptop or a platform that gets the word out. Excuse me, Congressman, quick question. What the were you thinking? You know what I mean? Now, that's my opinion. So what I want to do is we're going to take a very quick commercial break. We are 47 after, 13 to the top. 2,447 customers are now without power in the Eaton area. 1,869 customers without power east of Greeley. 681 customers without power in the Alt area. Ames is closing at 1 o'clock tomorrow. Briggsdale is closed tomorrow. District 6 is closed. Eaton is closed. Weld RE1 district is closed. And when we come back, we're going to open up the phone lines tonight at 970-353-1310. And if you have closures, I need you to dial 970-356-1310, extension 300. Leave a voicemail, and I'll get your closures up on the World Wide Web right away. I tell you the password, but I can't. Businesses, governments, and schools, you know the password. Use the password to get into our 24-hour weather hotline, 356-1310, extension 300. And we will be right back with more with our soon-to-be politician. Speaking about liberty, speaking about the Constitution. Who am I speaking about? We're speaking about Jeffrey Hare, and he's running for House District 48 here in Colorado, and we're talking about the National Defense Authorization Act, and we'll do that with you, Northern Colorado, in just 3 short minutes on News Talk 1310 KFKA. Welcome back, Gotham, Metropolis, Emerald City, and Xanadu. I am Scooter McGee. Mike Nelson out in Shangri-La. What was he thinking? Well, members of the GOP up here in northern Colorado asking themselves all day long, what the hell is Scooter McGee thinking? Oh, I don't know. I'm thinking about liberty, prosperity, freedom. I'm a belligerent terrorist. That's according to the National Defense Authorization Act, Sections 1021, Sections 1022, Sections 1030, 1031, 1032, 1033. See, I know these things because I read them, unlike Cory Gardner, who couldn't be bothered because he's far too busy worried about his re-election campaign and what he's going to sidestep an issue avoid at an upcoming dinner that I'm not supposed to attend. Let's get back to a conversation that we're having with Jeffrey Hare. You can learn more about him on the World Wide Web, hareforhouse.com. That's where we get our permanent done, right? HareForHouse.com. Running for District 48 here in the Colorado legislature. Welcome back to the show, of course. Jeffrey Hare. Welcome back, Jeff.
Sounds good.
Real quick, we got phone lines. We got them lit up. People want to talk to you.
Guess we'll go to calls.
Let's go to calls. 877-353-1310 or 970-353-1310. Caller, what's your name and where are you calling from, please?
Scooter, Dan, Windsor.
Dan, our Patriot man. Welcome back, Dan. Good to hear from you.
A question from Mr. Hare, and I just joined in. Who do you support for the GOP nomination, sir?
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm going to give a non-answer on that one. I think it's up to the voters to make a determination who they think is the best candidate for them. I liked certain elements of all four of our candidates left in the race, and as a person that's just beginning into politics, that's going to be my first political non-answer. How's that?
Ooh, political non-answer. But you at least admitted that there are four candidates. Most broadcasters are only reporting two, let alone three.
I would like to congratulate you on identifying that fourth guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, the fourth guy has a lot to say about constitutional rights. I definitely respect the provisions, the leadership that Ron Paul's been giving on issues like this and his stance against this vote.
And I can appreciate that. Now, from a personal standpoint, and I want to talk to Scooter and all of the listeners out there in northern Colorado right now and anybody in our listening voice, this weekend is a perfect opportunity to get out the word for Ron Paul.
Couldn't agree with you more.
And my solution to this, although abstract and kind of weird, is this. After we get done shoveling our sidewalks, if we could only RP
Brilliant.
2012.
RP 2012. Well, that's certainly an interesting idea there, Dan.
If we can only RP 20 in 2012 in the snowbanks.
Why not just use red paint?
We can't get the word out before the 7th of February.
I think it would probably be a lot better. Besides, a lot of people would be opening themselves to being arrested in public for indecent exposure. Why don't we just use cans of spray paint available over at Ace Hardware? Let me talk to Ace Hardware and get 99-cent cans of red spray paint.
That might be a better solution, but I'm just coming up with things off the cuff.
Yeah,
and
I've got a better idea, Dan, on that one. If you're wanting to honor Ron Paul, stand for liberty, come down and support the Weld County Commissioners in this on Monday morning.
Monday, yes,
exactly.
9 a.m.
Hey, let me say something in all fairness.
Real quick, Dan, we got a minute to the top of the hour, and I want to give Jeff all the time we can give him here tonight.
We need to be truthful in everything we do, no matter our position in life, that we've been either given or afforded ourselves. Be true to what you know that will stand directly in the cause of the freedoms that we all deserve if we shall afford it to ourselves. When it comes to elected representatives, I would say, if you are going to stand for a principle, you need to stand for it.
Right. Yeah, I'm with you, Dan, and I appreciate those comments. And I think that I know that I'm the kind of guy that is not afraid to take a stand for tough issues. I've done it historically in my life. I've done it in my community. And if elected, if I can get your confidence, I think I can do that down there at the State House. I know I can do that at the State House on behalf of the citizens of District 48.
Well, and I'll tell you what, I'm going to research your background.
Dan, just go over
what
to
you stand for, and I appreciate it. And with all good with all good favor, you've got my vote, sir.
Sounds good.
Dan, thanks for the call. We'll see you Monday morning at 1150 O Street. Jeff, we've run long on time. Can we keep you one more segment in the next hour?
Good.
Okay. Jeffrey Hare is going to stick with us for another hour. I've got all kinds of closures. I've got announcements. We've got Mike Nelson weather. We've got the top of the hour news. And we've got our Facebook open over at ScooterMcGee.com. 970-356-1310, extension 300 to report a business or school closure. And we will be back with more on News Talk 1310 KFKA.
KFKA.
Does the personal safety and security of you and